In a quiet suburban neighborhood, there was a family in desperate need of a babysitter. The Thompsons had just moved into their large, Victorian-style house, which had stood empty for many years. They were delighted when Emily, a cheerful and responsible college student, responded to their ad. She seemed perfect for their two young children, Max and Lily. Emily arrived at the house one crisp autumn evening. As she stepped through the creaky front door, she couldn't help but feel a chill run down her spine. The house, though beautiful, had an eerie atmosphere. The long corridors seemed to stretch endlessly, and the shadows cast by the antique furniture gave the rooms an unsettling ambience. Mrs. Thompson gave Emily a quick tour of the house, ending with the children's bedrooms. She mentioned that the previous owners had left in a hurry, leaving many of their belongings behind, but assured Emily it was nothing to worry about. With a final wave, the Thompsons left for their dinner date, leaving Emily alone with the children. The evening started peacefully. Max and Lily were well behaved, and after dinner, Emily read them a bedtime story. Once the children were asleep, she settled in the living room with her textbooks. As the clock ticked closer to midnight, Emily began to hear strange noises, a faint whispering and the sound of footsteps coming from upstairs. At first, she dismissed it as her imagination, but the sounds grew louder and more distinct. She decided to check on the children. As she ascended the staircase, the whispering seemed to follow her. When she reached the top, she saw that Max's and Lily's doors were slightly ajar. Peeking inside, she found them both sound asleep. Relieved, Emily turned to head back downstairs, but as she did, she saw a small, ghostly figure standing at the end of the hallway. It was a little girl, dressed in an old-fashioned nightgown, her face pale and eyes wide with sorrow. Emily froze, her heart pounding. The girl raised a hand and pointed towards one of the guest rooms. Compelled by an unseen force, Emily followed the ghost into the room. Inside, she discovered a dusty, forgotten nursery filled with cobweb-covered toys and an old rocking chair. In the center of the room was a crib. As she approached, the temperature dropped, and she felt a cold breath on the back of her neck. The ghostly girl stood beside the crib, staring at Emily with a pleading look. Emily's fear was replaced by a deep sense of sadness. She knew she had to help the spirit find peace. Carefully, she searched the nursery and discovered a hidden compartment in the crib. Inside was an old, yellow diary. As Emily read the diary, she learned that the ghost was a child named Eliza, who had lived in the house decades ago. Eliza had died tragically, and her spirit had been trapped, unable to rest. Her parents had never known what had happened to her, and she had been desperately seeking someone to uncover the truth.